Hey everybody, Tara here, intuitive spiritual guide and business coach. And I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something that's been coming up for me a lot lately. It's been a really crazy couple days. I don't know if anyone else is feeling it. I got a shadow on my face. Really crazy couple days. Really crazy, like 2 weeks probably energetically. But every time I go into meditation, or I've been seeking cards, as some of you may or may not know, I use oracle cards or angel cards to gain clarity, to find, to gain messages, to really clear blocks for myself, that kind of thing. So lately, what's been coming up in meditation is a very clear picture, and I thought I did not remember this day, but clearly I do. It's a very clear picture of me around 8 or 9 years old, wearing gray leggings with these flowers on them, and this deep teal colored shirt. I was standing beside my mom, and a family member basically told my mom that leggings were fat pants and that I was fat. I was 9, okay? And again, I just thought, no big deal. I suppose I suppressed it and I pushed it down like so many of us do, right? We push our emotions down. We push down these incidences, these experiences that we have when we're kids, which, not for nothing. I don't blame this person or anything like that. It was an experience that is obviously already predestined that it comes to be, but it's something that is coming up now all the time. And I was telling my coach about it and I was crying. I was thinking about this little girl because this little girl keeps coming up in my meditation and she's just so upset. And she's just so sad and she's just in the corner, and that's it. That's when body image started for me. It was around that time. I wasn't aware, really. Yeah, I was a little bit chubbier as a kid, but hey, that was neither right nor wrong, I guess, at that time. And so basically, I remember sitting there and being told that leggings were fat pants. And it's really interesting because now I notice that when I wear leggings or jogging pants, I feel worse about myself. I feel like I'm letting myself go. I feel like, these should be comfortable clothes as I sit here in a sweatshirt, which is, makes me feel comfortable and great. And I like it. It's cute. But it makes me feel terrible about myself. It's actually maybe why Marie Kondo was such a life-changing experience for me, because I realized through that book that the clothing I was wearing was not sparking joy. It was not speaking to the real me. Anyway, so this little girl, this little 8-year-old of mine, has been coming up a lot in meditation and just in my thoughts, and I can see her. And, I remember when this situation happened, looking back, clearly the details of it are so suppressed that they're still coming up and funneling through for me. But that, I was just kind of sitting there like, trying not to pay attention, but paying attention at the same time. And those words sting. So I just invite you all to be curious about things that may have happened in your childhood that you're still holding on to unconsciously. Because unconsciously, that moment set in time, it imprinted, a specific belief system on me from that moment. There we go, I was frozen. That moment imprinted a specific belief system to me. And it was one that, made me always feel insecure about my size and weight and body. And even though I teach Zumba and stuff, it's just obviously something that needs to really come up and heal. So I wanted to share that with you because you may be, dealing with some childhood issues yourself. And that's called inner child. That's my inner child that I've got to work with, right? So one of the things that I did that I wanted to share with you guys is that I wrote my 8-year-old, 9-year-old self a letter just saying like, listen, forgive you. You didn't know better. So write a letter. Writing is really therapeutic. Writing really enables you to get all of that out of your lymphatic system, out of your nervous system. It's just really, really, as much as we use a computer for everything, it's very therapeutic to write. So I encourage you all to write. And I found personally that when I did, it was already a release. Like I could already feel like I could breathe better. Burn the letter if you can. I don't like burning things because I'm afraid of fire. Again, it's a bit of a childhood family tie. We had some family members involved in a really horrific fire when they were younger, and the story itself just really made me weary of fire. So I don't like to burn things, but I will rip it up into little pieces and put it in the composter. So that's fine. But you want to do that, especially around tomorrow that's a full moon. So it's interesting that has been coming up for me now, and my cards have been saying, like, who do you need to forgive? Who do you need to forgive? And showing me this little girl, and I needed to forgive myself and this little girl because I knew no better at the time. And the same would apply for you. There would be many, many, many instances in perhaps your childhood, just like there were in mine, where, something very innocent happened, yet it imprinted. Boom, right there. And we just took that as our be all and end all, and our ego just said that's the be all and end all, and that's not the case at all. So I don't know what else to tell you, but you're not fat if that's happened to you. You're beautiful. You're worthy. Your purpose matters. So I wanted to share that with you just in case you guys are all going through something similar. And really, I found it very therapeutic to write. Very therapeutic to even close my eyes and visualize her and say I'm sorry and hold her hand and walk a path that I visualized as my timeline, walking all the way back to this point in time. So basically now when I visualize and I close my eyes and I think she's standing right here beside me instead of being left behind at the age of 8, right? That's what a lot of inner child work is about. And so it's really important that maybe when you're repeating a pattern and you recognize that it's something from your childhood, that you take that and you actually tell that child of yours within your mind that it's okay. And so I just wanted to share that experience with you, that this has been coming up with me lately, so that you all recognize too that it's okay. Our inner child is sometimes shoved super deep down, and it's really, really necessary to let that kid out. Anyway, hope you're having an amazing Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.